Alright, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I'd like to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, BaHashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and unto the elders of Great Millstone. GMS would tell me this truth, and honors to all the Akim out there that's pushing out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And to Wadi YAHAWAH, BaHashem, YAHAWASHI, for allowing me to come back with another lesson. And I had those two clips, as you brother saw. The first clip was from the movie, I believe it was Terminator Judgment Day. And then obviously the one from the book of Eli. And, I had the first one there because in the title of this lesson, Salaki, the title of this lesson is going to be The Fall of Babylon the Great. Because that's how America is going to fall. That's how America is going to crumble and be destroyed by way of the thermonuclear missiles, the thermonuclear fire. Okay? And that movie, Terminator Judgment Day, showed about all the arrows flying in the air and hitting. Alright? And that's what's going to happen. That's the destruction in which YAHAWASHI is going to bring upon the world. And it's going to be mainly targeted here in Babylon. Okay? And in the book of Eli, the reason I had that one there was because it shows you, a good example of how this land is going to be desolate, how it's going to be barren. As you saw, there's no trees, there's no grass, there's nothing there. It was completely desolate, and it showed a couple cars and, electric power lines, even that stuff, that's not even going to be there. This place is going to be melted with fervent heat, as the scriptures say. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab that through the Spirit. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. And it says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night." And that's how the Lord's coming, as a thief in the night, when these people will least expect it, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. That great noise is going to be caused by those thermonuclear missiles. And it says, "And the elements shall melt with fervent heat, and the earth also, and the works that are in shall be burnt up." And that's how it's going to be burnt up, by way of the missiles. Okay? The scriptures talk about how a destroying wind. Alright, you read about that. Matter of fact, let me grab that. Jeremiah. Okay? Jeremiah chapter 51. And I'll start at 1. Yep. Yeah, Jeremiah 51 and 1. And it says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah BaHashem YAHAWASHI, Behold, I will rise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind." And that's right. So the Most High, he's rising up against Babylon. He's completely against this place. Okay? And not only is he going to rise up against Babylon, but them that dwell in the midst thereof, are them that dwell in the land. Esau, Edom, the wicked of our people, them that try to go against them, to fight against them, alright, in the heavens. He's going to rise up against them, and he's going to destroy them. Alright, a destroying wind, which is going to be caused by those thermonuclear missiles. Alright, that wave of fire. Okay? And it says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners, and it said, that shall fan her, and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. Talking about these other nations, and we hearing about these wars, rumors of wars. I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, about 2 days ago, Korea was testing their missiles, threatening Japan, all types of stuff, man. So we're hearing of wars and rumors of wars, and when we hear these things, we know that the end is near. Okay, let's grab that. Matthew 24. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6, and it says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, and see that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." And that's right. And when we hear these things, we just know this is just the beginning. Alright, it's all these are the beginnings of the sorrows. This is just the Most High just warming up the car. Okay? So let's go back here. Jeremiah 51 and 2. And I'll read it one more time. It says, "And I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall rise up against her round about." And that's right, because all these nations are going to shoot their missiles on this place, on this wicked kingdom. All right. Matter of fact, let's go to what is that? 50. Jeremiah 50. Then let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 13. "Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited." And that's right. In this land, America is not going to be inhabited after the Lord destroys it. Okay. And how is he going to destroy it? By these missiles. Okay. It says, "Because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall dwell. It's like it, but it shall be wholly desolate." See, so this place is going to be wholly desolate. Now, when you look up this word desolate, let's see what pops up. It says,
Strong's H 8077, Shemama, and second entry, Shemama.
And it says, devastation, waste, desolation. You see? And that's how this place is going to be. Now I'm going to go to the Google, look up desolation, and it says, "A state of complete emptiness or destruction, barrenness, loneliness, solitariness, all right, isolation, all right, so on and so forth." Okay, let's go back here into the book of Jeremiah, and it says, "But it shall," Jeremiah 50 and 13, "but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished." And that's right, because they're going to be pretty much these other nations, because they make money off of this place. They're going to be devastated by seeing this place they know as America be completely destroyed. And it says, "And his at her." So I can insist at all her plagues. You see? Now, let me go here to the book of Revelations. Let's go to the book of Revelations, chapter 18. And it says, let's go to... Salaki, brothers. Let me start at... This is Revelation 18. And 8, it said, "Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire." Talking about America, Babylon. And it says, "For strong is the Lord Yahawah who judgeth her, and the kings of the earth." And it says, "Who have committed fornication and have lived deliciously." And that's right, because these elites, the ones that rule this world, and who rules it? Esau, Edom. All right, they've committed fornication. They've committed all types of abominations towards the Lord. It talks about how, matter of fact, let's go to Jeremiah. Let's go back to Jeremiah 50 and 51 and 7, where it talks about let me read this. Jeremiah 51 and 7, "Behold, hath it says, Jeremiah 51 and 7, "Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad." And that's right, drunken their wine, the wine of their fornication. Okay. All right, the way they live, the way they live, the things that they have. That's why when you go to when you think about McDonald's, we have McDonald's all around Babylon in America, but there's some in China, there's in Russia, there's some in Japan. There's all kinds of the things in which America has in all types of other countries and nations. All right, because these other nations strive to be like America, man. But now it's coming to the point where they see how Babylon has made these other nations drink of her wine, and now the nations are mad. That's why these nations are rising up against America, and they're seeing that how America is now vulnerable. It's not how it used to be anymore. Okay, and these nations are gonna rise up against it and destroy it. All right, by shooting their arrows. Okay, and it says, reading on, and it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl her, take balm for her pain. So be, if so be, she may be healed. And that's right. And Babylon is fallen, it's destroying, it's crumbling as we speak. All right, and this place is not going to be healed. Reading on, and it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. And that's right, this place is not going to be able to recover in the state that it's in. It's impossible. All right, the Most High, he won't allow that. Okay, because he's coming to the point real soon to where he's gonna bring hell and pain upon this place. Okay, and it says, forsake her and let us go, everyone into their own country. That's why you see the COVID happening, you see all these mandates happening. A lot of these people, these other nations are going back into their own countries, returning back to their lifestyles, and fleeing this place Babylon. And it says, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. You see, so the Most High, he's ready to rain destruction upon this place. Okay, so let's go back here to the book of Revelations. Revelations 18. And Salaki brothers, where was I at? There it is, Revelations 18 and 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. You see, because this place is going to burn, man. There's going to be a big old barbecue here in Babylon, man. This place is going to burn, man. It says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, alas, alas, that great city Babylon, which is America, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. So in 1 hour, the judgment's going to come. All right. In 1 hour, this place is going to be completely, destroyed, man. Okay. In 1 hour, in literally 1 hour. Okay. So let me jump down here to Revelations. I'm gonna jump down to the 15th verse. It said the merchants of these things which were made rich by her, these other nations, because America is really not a nation, it's really a corporation, and which helps these other nations get rich. That's why China's military is increased. All these other nations have made so much money. That's why America's in debt, because now they got to pay all these other nations, back, and it's not going to happen. It's impossible. And it says, shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, alas, that great city that's clothed in fine linen and pearl and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company and ships and sailors, as much as trade by sea, stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? You see, and this is America. They saw America burning. Okay, and it says, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, and saying, alas, alas, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her consolation, for in 1 hour she is made desolate. And how is this place going to be made desolate? By way of the missiles. Okay, and there's nothing that's going to stop this place from being destroyed, man. All right, this is 2 Ezra 16 and 1. And it says, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. And that's right. And that's the times we live in, to where these people's destruction is at hand. Okay? And it says, verse 3, a sword is sent upon you, and it says, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? And that's right. So who's going to be able to stop these things which the Most High is sending? Nobody. And it says, may any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood? Or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it hath begun to burn? May anyone turn the arrow that is shot from a mighty archer? The arrows representing the missiles. All right. And these other nations have that. Every nation that has that nuclear capability going to shoot their arrows at this place. Okay. Matter of fact, let's go back to Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter, Salaki brothers. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and 13. And it says, because of the wrath of the Lord, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth to Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. You see? And that's what these nations are going to do. They're going to shoot these missiles, man. You know? And the Most High, he's the one that's going to control these other nations. All right? The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. You know, so the Most High, he's going to... the Most High, he's going to have these other nations, all right? Because the Most High, he's the one that ruleth man. You know, so he's going to he's going to cause these other nations to shoot their arrows and spare none of them and shoot at this place, man. Because this place have sinned against the Most High, man. This place is completely gone against everything in which the Most High says not to go, not to do, you know. And this place does it anyways. You know, that's why the Most High is going to completely destroy this place. Okay. And it says, reading on, it says, oh no, that's good. That's good. I'll end off there. Let's go to the book of Isaiah as well. The book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 13. And let me see where I want to start. Let me start at 5 and then I'll just jump around. It says, this Isaiah 13 and 5. They come from a far country, from one end of heaven. What comes from far country? These missiles. And it says, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. And that's right, because these missiles are the Most High's missiles. And he's going to use them to destroy what land? The land of America. All right, and it says, howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. And that's right. And it says, let's go down a little bit. Let's go down to... This is Isaiah 13, verse 7. And it says... And it says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. And that's right. You know, and the Medes are the Russians. Okay? And it says, their bows also shall dash the young men in pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, that I shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And now that the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah by way of fire. Okay, the Most High, he pretty much nuked that place, and he's gonna do the same thing to this place, spiritually Sodom and Egypt. Okay, He's going to overthrow it by way of these missiles right here. Okay? And it says, reading on, verse 20, it shall never be inhabited. And that's right. This place, after the Most High is done with this place, after the Most High really destroys and annihilates this place, man, this place is never going to be inhabited by anything or by anyone. No body, there's not going to be nobody. Oh, the last American and over here in America, that's not going to be a thing, man. Nobody's going to be able to inhabit in this place, man. Okay? It's going to be that destroyed. Okay? And it says, Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans, excellency shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch their tent there, and neither shall the shepherd make their fold there. You see? So no one's going to dwell here. No human's going to dwell here in America, in this place, Babylon. But it will be inhabited by this. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there. So only desert creatures, all right, doleful creatures, all right, animals that are unclean animals are going to dwell here. All right, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. Owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and the dragons in their pleasant palaces. And their time is near to come, and their days shall not be prolonged. You see? So this place got an expiration date, man. This place isn't gonna go on forever as these fucking Edomites, these so-called white people think, and you niggas too, man. This place is gonna be destroyed, man. All right, with your red ass and your black ass in it. For you that love this place, you're gonna be destroyed right along with this place, man. Okay. Back here in 2nd Ezra 16, verse 5 or 6. May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble when it hath begun to burn? May anyone turn again the arrow that is shot from a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plague, and who is he that can drive them away? So that's right. So if the Most High is going to do something, who's going to be there to stop him? Who's there going to be there to contest with him? Nobody, man. All right, the Most High is going to do all that which he pleases, man. All right, because he's already declared this from the beginning. I'll go to Isaiah, book of Isaiah 46 and 10. Okay? And it says, For a fire shall go forth from his wrath. And that's right, because the Most High is angry. When you look up that word wrath, it means extreme anger. Okay? And our power, he's extremely angry. And who is he that may quench it? That's right. Who's going to stop the fire, man? You going to call the fire department? Have the fire hose ready? That shit ain't gonna work, man. This fire is not gonna be able. This fire to come. You know how like when there's you have controlled fires. These some firemen they go into certain areas and they do a controlled fire burn, whatever. This fire to come is you ain't gonna be able to contain it, man. It's gonna be -0 containment, man. -5 containment. You ain't gonna be able to contain nothing, man. When this fire comes, you ain't gonna be able to do nothing. All right, to stop it, to quench it. Okay, and it says, and he shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea riseth up with the waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot from the ends of the world. You see? And that's talking about these missiles to come, man. Are these missiles going to be shot from one end to the earth, even to the other, man? Okay? And it says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till they consume the foundation of the earth. You see? And it says, like as an arrow that is shot from a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. So there's nothing that's going to be able to prevent this, to stop this, to reverse it. All right, once these missiles are shot, they're going to go up, And once they come down, the elects are going to go up all at the same time, simultaneously. Okay? And it says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mourning, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? And what are we going to do? Have our complete trust and faith and belief in YAHAWASHI and be diligent unto the end and endure unto the end. Okay, and hoping and praying that we are part of the elect, so that we may have that mark, that dua, so that we may be exempt from the judgment to come, the destruction to come. Okay, so just a little lesson that I was just meditating on. I prayed the lesson was edifying. As always, I like to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. GMS will tell me this truth, and honors to all the Akim out there. Let's push out this truth with all sincerity and in faith. And until the next time I say, brothers, Shalom.